Alright, let's start with a question. What if the most revolutionary pitch in baseball today isn't a blazing fastball or a sharp-breaking slider, but a pitch designed to slow things down? Yeah, I'm talking about the changeup. And Tarik Skubal? He's not just throwing one, he's weaponizing physics in a way that's flipping the entire game on its head. Let's unpack this. Here's the thing. Skubal's journey to becoming MLB's most wanted arm isn't just about recovery from surgery or late-night drills in Toledo. It's about obsession. Obsession with a pitch that's been slept on for decades. The changeup used to be the third wheel in a pitcher's arsenal, something you threw when you were tired of chucking fastballs or wanted to mess with a hitter's timing. But Skubal? He treated it like a science experiment. And honestly, that's what makes this story wild. We're not just watching a pitcher evolve, we're witnessing a paradigm shift in how baseball thinks about deception. Let's geek out on the tech for a second. Seam shifted wake. Say that 5 times fast. Basically, it's this mind-blowing aerodynamic concept where the seams of the baseball manipulate airflow to create movement that isn't explained by traditional spin. Skubal's coaches didn't just teach him to throw a changeup, they taught him to hack the ball's programming. Instead of forcing his wrist into awkward pronation, they told him to swipe across the ball like he's slicing a knuckleball. And the dot drill? Writing a black dot on the ball to visualize the seam interacting with air. That's not just coaching, it's poetry. It's like teaching a painter to see light differently. But here's what a lot of people miss. This isn't just about Skubal. The league-wide changeup explosion? It's a response to hitters getting too good at reading spin. A few years ago, sweepers, those big, slidey sliders, were all the rage. And hitters adjusted. Of course they did. Humans are pattern recognition machines. So pitchers went back to the lab and realized, hey, what if we make the ball do something your brain can't predict? That's the genius of the modern changeup. It's not about speed differential anymore, it's about movement that defies logic. Jacob deGrom's changeup whiff rate this year? Highest of his career. And he's not reinventing the wheel, he's just leveraging data to throw the same pitch with smarter intent. Wait, but why now? Why are we seeing this changeup renaissance in 2025 and not 2015? 2 words, technology and trust. High-speed cameras and Hawkeye systems let pitchers see their flaws in real time. But the bigger factor? Culture. Pitchers used to think of changeups as show-me pitches. Now, they're power weapons. Take Christopher Sanchez, who basically taught himself his filthy changeup by trial and error. Or Dylan Cease, who throws one that barely moves but still gets whiffs because it's a masterclass in tunneling. And then there's the kick change, a pitch that's so niche it sounds like a dance move. The point? Everyone's experimenting. Everyone's a scientist now. Let me throw a curveball here. Is this even sustainable? I mean, hitters are going to adapt eventually, right? But what if they can't? What if the changeup's rise is less about a fad and more about exploiting a fundamental weakness in human reaction time? If a pitch looks like a fastball out of the hand but moves like a breaking ball? That's not just tricky, it's neurologically confusing. Joey Cantillo's catcher basically tells him to throw it AF ton because it works every time. And that's the end game here. We're not just seeing a trend, we're seeing the birth of a new pitching philosophy. One where the goal isn't to overpower or outspin, but to disorient. So where does this leave us? I keep coming back to Skubal's quote, "We're the best in the world, so we'll master it eventually." It's cocky, but he's not wrong. What he's done isn't just personal growth, it's a blueprint. And the scary part? If pitchers keep weaponizing physics like this, what's the countermove? Maybe hitters start training with VR simulators. Maybe front offices hire aerospace engineers. Or maybe, the changeup just becomes the new fastball. Either way, one thing's clear, baseball's arms race isn't slowing down. Literally.